The cash piles reached a record $325.2 billion in the third quarter.
Investment legend, the most famous investor, that's Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire, which has topped $1 trillion this year. Recent quarterly results revealed that the company continues to make sales at Apple. Not only because of this, it now has a record amount of cash. However, it's unclear whether the Omaha Oracle is ready to go all in with $97 billion in revenue from more than just Apple. Investors are watching his next moves closely. What is his strategy and what could happen in the coming months? Hi investors, this is Milan from 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗸. None of the information in this video is investment recommendation. Always do your own detailed analysis. Buffett disclosed in recent quarterly results that he continued to reduce his position in the iPhone maker and other stocks in the third quarter, resulting in a $97 billion profit for Berkshire Hathaway, the vast industrial and insurance conglomerate he has controlled since 1965. By growing profits, Buffett has boosted Berkshire's cash to new absolute heights. Cash of $325 billion now represents 28% of Berkshire's asset value, the highest level since at least 1990. Some investors and analysts believe Buffett, whose mentor was legendary value investor Benjamin Graham, who wrote the book The Intelligent Investor, is still sticking to his principles. Others believe something else is afoot, given Buffett's praise of Apple over the years and the lack of other investment opportunities that the 94-year-old Buffett has repeatedly complained about. The fair price index on 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗸 tells you right away whether most stocks are above or below their fair price. The question on the table is whether Buffett is making room for his successor or whether he sees a crisis on the horizon that gives him reason to raise cash. It's a strange and begs the question, why is he hoarding so much cash? Asked Morningstar analyst Gregory Warren. Buffett has also cut back on his purchases of other stocks this year, buying just $5.8 billion worth of stock through the end of September. That amount is significantly lower than the $133.2 billion Berkshire has raised from sales. The sales have reduced the equity risk Berkshire is taking and provided it with ample liquidity to continue investing, which it has used in past stressful periods. But some investors feel there are other reasons for the shift. 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗸 𝗕𝗕, an analyst at Douglas Winthrop, which invests in Berkshire, said the valuation probably isn't the only reason Buffett is cashing out. The looming inevitable leadership change is a good time to unload the portfolio for the next generation, he said. Morningstar's Warren agreed that this is cash that 𝗕𝗂𝗋𝗋, Buffett's successor, is likely to use. He wants Greg to have as big a pile of cash as possible to work with. Berkshire has always managed a lot of cash, in part to comply with regulations that it have enough liquidity in its investment portfolio to pay future claims on its sizable insurance business. And it doesn't stop there. Also, Bank of America, which is the core of Berkshire's portfolio, has been reduced by more than $10 billion since July. Buffett is known for continually buying Berkshire stock whenever he sees an opportunity, but for the first time in 6 years, no buybacks have been made. This tells us one important thing. Even Buffett now sees his own stock as expensive. Buffett's value investing practices and his knowledge can be learned by every member of 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗸 in the Academy section. What is the conclusion from this? Buffett's de-risking strategy might hint at what's to come. With cash piling up and valuations looking inflated, this puts Berkshire in the position of cash king in what may be a bearish market. Whether Buffett is preparing for a downturn or preparing for a big game-changing acquisition, his moves should make any investor think this is not just a portfolio rebalancing, but Buffett's preparation for what might happen in the future. Now let's take a look at Berkshire's recent results, which once again managed to surprise investors in any way. Berkshire reported net stock sales of $34.6 billion. The firm is struggling to find ways to use its cash pile as Buffett sees current market prices as too high to find attractive deals. At the annual meeting, Buffett said Berkshire is in no rush to spend. Higher returns from holding cash sets the bar a little higher for other opportunities, Shanahan said. Interest and other investment income at the conglomerate's insurance business more than doubled to $3.5 billion in the 3 months to September. If you want to know not only the fair price of Berkshire and be at the heart of the stock market, become a member of 𝗕𝗂𝗰𝗸𝗋. Plus you get detailed stock analysis, news on portfolio companies, or a portfolio tracker with dividend calendar. Berkshire also reported a 6% drop in quarterly operating profit to $10.09 billion, missing analysts' estimates, mainly due to insurance losses from Hurricane Helene and currency losses from a stronger US dollar. These offset better profitability at GEICO, which insures cars and where accident claims fell. Profits also rose at BNSF Railroad, which moved more consumer goods, and at Berkshire Hathaway Energy, where operating costs fell. Buffett wants to invest every penny in businesses that give Berkshire an advantage, but at the same time, he's willing to do nothing, said Tom Russo, principal at Gardner Russo & Quinn, which has invested in Berkshire since 1982. He will be ready and loaded when other investors complain or are short on capital, Russo added. This is his genius strategy, which is related to the famous quote, "Buy when others are selling and sell when others are buying." Many investors are also currently wondering if Buffett's strategy is outdated and reflects his age. The investment world is thus divided into its supporters and those who completely disagree with it. So the biggest question remains whether Buffett is preparing for a crisis in 2025 or if there is another reason. And how are you? What % of your portfolio do you hold in cash? Share it in the comments. Good luck with your investment.